Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's going on, Habibis? I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Mujahed Kobbe.
And we're the Habibi Bros. Welcome to another episode of Habibi Power Hour. As always, hit that like and subscribe button. Go ahead and check us out on our locals. Use the promo code JRuben69 to, how you say, Jay? Como se dice? Oh, yeah, that's right. Como se dice, suck a this dick.
Suck. Wait, is that how you say it in Spanish?
No, como se dice is how you say.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. I'm not Mexican, although I do look Mexican. A lot of people think I'm Mexican.
You do. So, Jay, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much.
That's great. So glad that you all could join us on a very special episode of the Habibi Power Hour.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you. Did they all go? Did they go yet?
Is everybody still here? Hello and good night.
Hello and good night. Yes, that was some crazy yesterday, Jay. As you can tell, yeah. I'm standing here in front of Fetterman campaign headquarters, downtown Braddock, Pennsylvania. You know,
it's looking better than his performance. His performance from the other night.
Let's talk about it because there have been. Let's see. You know how the spin zone normally exists for like any candidate post debate. This was on another level. Let's go ahead and share some tweets because there's really no way to sort of explain what we saw last night. Let's start off with this particular bit. Liz Plank, who you probably all know very well. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's watch this little
create energy independence.
I must correct the record.
Just a second, Mr. Oz. I do want to clarify something. You're saying tonight that you support fracking, that you've always supported fracking, but there is that 2018 interview that you said, quote, "I don't support fracking at all." So how do you square the two?
I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I stand and I do support fracking.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fetterman.
I'm sorry, Lisa, but there's not just a statement you read. There are multiple pictures of him signing.
We have to
create.
That is.
It's really hard to watch. Like the whole thing is exactly like this. It's so difficult to actually watch, and then to see reporters like Liz Plank and everybody coming out and try to.
She's not a reporter.
What?
She's not a reporter.
What is she? What is she?
She's a political commentator.
Oh, okay. I mean, same shit nowadays. It all meshes into fucking one now. I mean, you can barely say that Jake Tapper is a fucking reporter when he comes on for an hour and a half on his show to say some bullshit about democracy dying and like a politician lying is so bad for America and all that, and try to like lecture people. Yeah. Same shit. There's no difference between Liz Plank and fucking Jake Tapper. They're all the same.
Let's talk about this a little bit. All right, so Julio Rosas tweets out that video saying Fetterman just melts down after a long pause when confronted about his flip-flopping on fracking, a fracking flip-flop. Liz Plank quote tweets Julio saying, "When your side is so bad, you have to rely on ableism to win." Okay, that's your little shot. Okay, your little shot. Let's see if we can switch over here. Of course, I can't do it because I'm a boomer. Jay and I are getting hydrated tonight, so no, don't mind us. All right, we're
already high.
We're already high. And Liz Plank follows up by saying, "Dr. Oz just gave a masterclass on how to bully people with disabilities." So let me get this straight: Is John Fetterman actually disabled? They keep talking about how the disabled community feels in all of this. John Fetterman isn't actually disabled. He just had a stroke, and he has limited cognitive functionality and capabilities. But no one in his campaign is willing to either release his medical records or admit that, hey, maybe he's not fully recovered, because they're so desperate for power.
Right. And they're not even correcting any of this. Like they're just straight out saying that John Fetterman is retarded and Oz spoke coherently, and that is ableist.
And that is ableist. Get a load of this from MSNBC tweeting out, disabled Americans have the right to be represented and, most importantly, to work. And that includes working for the U.S. government. You want that? This is the hill you're going to die on. This is really the hill they're going to die on. It's all about representation, Jay. It is equity.
Donald Trump drank water like this.
Why aren't there any
Donald Trump drank water like this, and for fucking 3 years, we were told he is mentally unfit to run for office or be in office because he drank water like this. We saw John Fetterman not even able to fucking say his name properly, let alone fucking speak in a complete sentence. And every one of these fucks are out in arms trying to saying anything about this just means you're ableist. Well, if I'm betting on a race, I'm not betting on the guy who's in a wheelchair.
Right. You're not. No. So, all right, let's take a quick second and actually go back and look at, I actually have a really good tweet just in this case. If I can find it, that would obviously be best for me since, oh, here we go. Let's go ahead and share that. This is from August 2015. This is the National Journal here, okay? National Journal, not exactly conservative, right? Mark Kirk is running for re-election after suffering a stroke. How much did it change his brain? Is it wrong to ask? Okay, let's see if we could actually, I really should just start sharing the window instead of just a tab. What's wrong with me, Jay?
A lot.
Besides everything.
I mean,
all right.
After your stroke, we
after my stroke.
You're disabled. That's what
we need representation on Habibi Bros. That's why I'm here, to represent the disabled community. I can say retarded, Jay. I'm disabled.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm partially retarded.
You're one retarded motherfucker. This
is true. Yeah, Mark Kirk, who was a Democrat running for re-election in 16? I think 16. Well, we can't watch it. We can't read it now, but it was okay to question the cognitive fortitude of a sitting senator, albeit this is like 2 months after Trump started running. It was okay to do it when it was safe blue state, like in Illinois, where pretty much you could literally be a dead man or dead woman or dead she what's the non-binary? Is it Z? Either, it doesn't matter. You could be dead and still win an election if you have a D next to your name.
You can.
True.
It is. It is. And there were so many articles coming out. Like first, because he had to do the closed caption, they wanted to say he had a hearing disability.
Yeah, they used a hearing disability. They used, what else have they used? They've literally given every excuse
all different kinds of fucking disabilities at it.
Dude, it's sad. It's sad. It's tough and it's sad to watch. Abe Exxon, thanks for the super chat. Says Tammy Duckworth and John Tester represent disabled people. Feather Woman, there's a reason Gabby Gifford gave up her job. That's right, which is really funny. Wait, Mark Kirk, hold on one second. Mark Kirk, was he a Democrat? I think he was a Republican, wasn't he? Yeah, he was a Republican. All right. Okay, so I messed that one up. I forgot Mark Kirk was a Republican. He was a sitting senator in Illinois. Okay, so yeah, not always do you get a Democrat winning. I mean, this happened less than a decade ago. Tammy Duckworth, who is also disabled, probably the most disabled in the Senate, considering that her injuries were from actually fighting in war.
Right.
her cognitive functionality is all there, even if she is, she can't walk without prosthetics or has to use a wheelchair. She's good to go.
No, she is. It's good it's good representation for people like Ben.
Yeah, exactly. So that means that Ben is a Tammy Duckworth supporter, right?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Ben is our intern who handles who helps with running the list. Is also fired all the time because he's very, very incompetent. Abe Exxon says that John Tester is missing 3 fingers. You know what?
I mean, you can miss a finger or two. I don't consider that disabled.
You only need like these 2
to function.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, just these 2.
Sometimes you need 3, Jay. It's usually you need 3.
I mean, for a man, you just need these 2. I mean, you and me know this
too. I can understand missing 2, but if you miss 3, then that takes out a lot of pleasure in life, right?
Well, yeah.
Right?
Sure. I mean, I can miss 3 and still pleasure myself with 2.
That's true. Okay.
That's totally fine.
Giving yourself a prostate again,
we'll be all right.
Right. We'll be all right.
No, but it's just really funny how the media has now just gone to yeah, he's retarded, but he's better than Oz.
Democracy is at stake. Vote for our retard. Robert Sherman from News Nation. Now, News Nation hosted the debate between Fetterman and Oz.
This is great.
Now, I'm going to read this statement, okay? Let me read the tweet. This is a statement from our parent company, NXST Media Group, in response to the John Fetterman campaign claiming he was, quote unquote, working off of delayed captions filled with errors during last night's Pennsylvania Senate debate on News Nation. Let's read this. It reads, both candidates agreed to the technical setup for the closed captioning process weeks ago, which was implemented at the request of the Fetterman campaign. Both candidates were offered the opportunity for 2 full rehearsals with the same equipment used in tonight's debate. Mr. Fetterman chose to do only 1. In fact, Nextstar's production team went to extraordinary lengths to ensure the effectiveness of the closed captioning process. And to accommodate several last-minute requests of the Fetterman campaign, the closed captioning process functioned as expected during rehearsal and again during tonight's debate. We regret that Mr. Fetterman and his campaign feel otherwise. That's basically, and that's Gary Whiteman, who is the executive vice president and chief communications officer for Nextstar Media Group, basically saying that, sorry you feel that way. Sorry you feel that way.
Right. And nobody else is getting onto this fact. Nobody fact checked Fetterman either over all of his false claims when he was at the debate. When he said he was always for fracking. Do we have any article, any fact check that came out saying that he wasn't from any of these news organizations? 0. All of them only posted like, "Oh, why are you bullying this retard?" It's like it's so fucking insane. It's so insane to watch how they have completely poured gasoline on themselves, lit themselves on fire, and destroyed their credibility for fucking Fetterman.
Okay, so this is the wild thing. So Dasha Burns, who's an NBC News correspondent, interviewed Fetterman, basically exposed the whole exposed to the rest of the country just how unwell Fetterman really is. And everyone else in corporate media dragged the shit out of her. They were like, oh, you're just, you're completely basically accusing her of being a Republican operative, just to sum it all up. But then everybody else saw how John Fetterman operates in a complete live setting. Nothing was edited, nothing was scripted. The guy can't think on his feet, as we probably showed in the cold open. You're basically electing his illegal alien wife, Giselle Fetterman. Show me the lie.
What it is.
Show me the lie.
There's no lie there. I mean, she is going to be in full control over everything, and she's pushing it. And you can see how much she's pushing it, so she can be the actual senator in place of Fetterman. Because there's no way Fetterman has any. He doesn't even know where the fuck he is half the fucking time.
I'm telling you that some people are so desperate for power, they will literally push a half brain dead, or almost fully brain dead man to get a Senate seat. And people,
I mean, fuck, look at who's president right now and how they're treating him.
Although, honestly, trickle down effect. We should have expected this. I want to see who is the next candidate, Jay, that we can run that is disabled or at least half brain dead.
Well, there's you.
Well, yeah, obviously there's me.
So we could definitely do that, but you just have to run as a Democrat.
That's true. That's
I mean,
true.
fuck. If this was Dr. Oz, if Dr. Oz suffered a stroke and was acting this way, there's no fucking way we would see any of these articles trying to defend him in any way or come out in front of it and pretend like it's something else that it isn't.
Jay, I found our candidate.
Let's see it. Tom bitched it, Nicole.
Yeah, I mean, he's confined to a wheelchair. Look at it.
Yeah, he is. Look at him.
My heart goes out to him. R.I.P. in peace, your penis. Nom tickles. So we have that happening in Pennsylvania.